How's it going, everybody? It's Shinigami, and I'm bringing you an emergency video now. Our great and late leader is has been indicted. I know some of you might be saying, wait, what do you mean he's not our leader? He technically would have been, but whatever. Donald Trump seemingly was shown, what is the goddamn terminology? The Fulton County DA speaks on Trump's indictment, and they pretty much published, they briefly publish and then remove documents about Trump's charges before the grand jury even has a chance to, put in their final tally, right? So that's, I'm getting fired up, I'm getting all jittery, because it's just kind of pissing me off that here we go again, another fucking election cycle where you have people, corrupt fucking officials, literally tampering with our goddamn election. But then they're gonna call us crazy, saying that you guys are all manic, you guys are crazy, you don't know what you're talking about, right? That no, he is guilty, blah blah blah, isn't that bitch? If you could only fucking know, right? This dude has been saying since the fucking 80s he doesn't want to run, but you people have not brought anybody up that was actually willing to work for the middle class, or anybody really for the United States, other than just the rich fuckers here in the United States of DC, right? It is ridiculous by how much we have fallen to grace what is going on in this country right now, and all because of corrupt motherfuckers in DC who believe they are above the law, and then the investors that run them, Vanguard, BlackRock, and all those other high motherfuckers that just get high on coke, heroin, and all this other motherfucking shit. They don't have any happiness, right? They're just lonely, bitter, lucky motherfuckers, white motherfuckers, pretty much most of the time, right? It's just stupid as fuck to hear all this shit going on, and they're indicting Trump on a charge that he clearly, as common fucking sense, didn't actually do anything wrong, right? Oh my god, this is so fucking stupid, right? But I gotta bring it to life. I gotta let my fucking passion and fire just let it out, because my god, it's building up inside me and it is pissing me off to just see how bad the United States has fallen. We were at a fucking high back in 2019, right? We were good, probably the best we've been, right? We had Infinity War, boom, right? We had some of the best movies out there. Trump was president, the economy was booming, right? And then 2020, what happened? Joe Biden became president, the economy started fucking going to hell, the migrants started coming in more and more with kids that weren't theirs, and then all of a sudden also they weren't coming to their court dates, and then all of a sudden just crime rates started going up. We started having Black Lives Matter riots. All of a sudden the summer of love, everything was on fire and nobody was caring about small businesses. And then all the fucking COVID shit that started happening, where everybody just started closing all the small businesses, but all the big businesses were able to stay open, and we had to stay bunched up in Target, Walmart, and all this other fucking bullshit. But yet all the small businesses couldn't stay open at all. They only had to stay reduced until the government or whatever told them they were fine, right? My god, I am on fire right now, okay? Whew! Shit, I haven't been this fucking lit in a goddamn video in a fucking minute. Let me take a minute. Whew! But what we are bringing up for you fine folk here is, well, I am kind of watching D-Day Cobra live, but it does not mean we cannot cover this stuff live, right? Anybody saying we can't, you fucking stupid. Yeah, no, we doing this. Let me just make sure my stuff is where it needs to be. Yo, wait a minute, we could film at 48 frames? Oh, maybe that actually might be better. Oh, I guess so. Who knows? We'll keep it at that for now. Fuck it. Here you go. You're not gonna hear me though.
The rigged jury in Donald Trump's case in Georgia, they posted the docket for what Donald Trump was going to be charged for without the grand jury voting. And then they removed it. Then they scrubbed the docket. Jack Posobiec saying, according to Reuters, Fulton County posted charges to their docket before the grand jury had finished voting. This means that the grand jury has been completely tainted. How can they objectively vote on charges that they've already heard the decision that they're going to charge? What the hell is going on? This is Stalin. Trump RICO indictment briefly appears on the Georgia court docket. Huh? This from Zero Hedge. Former President Donald Trump is going to be indicted under the Racketeering, Influence, and Corrupt Organization statute, according to a document that was briefly posted on the Georgia court website. There's the document right there. That's not normal. Fulton County just posted the results of the grand jury vote before the grand jury has voted. Wow, that seems deeply and utterly rigged. The story's everywhere.
Oops. And then quickly took the document down.
Oops.
Correspondent Jonathan Seri with the backstory here from Atlanta. So what's going on here, Jonathan?
Yeah, hi there, Martha. Well, among the witnesses is Atlanta journalist George Cheedy. He had walked in on a panel of alternate electors that tried to certify Georgia's election for Donald Trump, even though he had narrowly been defeated by Joe Biden in the 2020 election. Cheedy initially was supposed to testify before this grand jury on Tuesday. However, he posted on social media change of plans. I'm going to court today.
Okay, so they are ramping this thing up because it's a very bad news cycle for the Bidens. You see how this happens? It always happens in synchronicity.
Yes.
With what is happening with Joe Biden and Hunter Biden. Whenever something turns dark for the Bidens, well, ladies and gentlemen, they got something in the can for Donald Trump. Donald Trump's set to be indicted before a grand jury even decides, according to soon-deleted court documents. Yep, Georgia state prosecutors filed a charge against Donald Trump.
So that's the gist of it right there. So... Again, man, I have to, we are seeing Donald Trump at this point in time. He is more popular than he has ever been. He's more popular now than he was in 2016. His popularity is through the roof. His support is through the roof. And stuff like this, I have to believe it's only going to make him even more and more popular. And I feel like they're going to just awake a sleeping giant. He's already the most popular person in this country. He's already the most popular person in this world. So I feel like they're just going to hit another level of support because people are seeing through all of this. Now,
all right, so pretty much what Jeremy here is saying, I agree with. When you think of history, what happened back in World War II when we were just kind of minding our own business. We weren't trying to get involved with anybody else. We were just trying to worry about our own economy. Somebody stepped on our toes, shat on our fucking lawn, and told us, go to hell. You know what we did? We came out, pulled out a fucking 12-gauge shotgun, put it right in their fucking face and said, oh yeah? Boom. We ain't playing, okay? When it comes to this country and the salvation of its foundation. The fact that people are trying to twist, what this country is meant to be and other bullshit like that, right, is ridiculous. Something else that we're going to go over, I got my nose, in this as well, is the, whatchamacallit. They also go over Trump's lawyers haven't even seen the indictments yet. All right. So the fact that all this is being posted online and then being deleted so swiftly, how can we have faith in this next election, right? You are already seeing the corruption creep up fucking 3 miles away, right? It's right there. It's coming. It's not going to fucking stop. And yet, there are people denying that it's even a thing, right? There are no such thing as sharks. The world is not flat. It's round. You know what I mean? Like, you fucking people. Oh my god. But we got to keep moving, right? So let's see. What does Trump's lawyers say about this?
Right here. Here we go.
In light of what's likely to happen.
I don't think you can forget about.
Well, of course, Twitter video.
In light of what's likely to happen.
I don't think you can forget about the tick.
Come on, Twitter video.
Before the indictments even come out is exactly the problem that we have in this country at this moment. This is exactly what we need to fix in 2024, frankly. We have somebody who questioned the integrity of the election, questioned whether there was any problems with the election, which we've seen come out. There have been problems. And now he's being allegedly criminally charged, and the press is in a courtroom waiting, but his attorneys are sitting on Fox News with no knowledge. This is the problem with America right now. It's a politicization. And Fannie, by the way, on Thursday and Friday updated her campaign website. Has anybody spoken about that? It's a ploy. It's election interference, and it's political lawfare. And I'm frankly just sick of it. It needs to end. This country cannot take it anymore.
Alina, as you're speaking on our screen, it appears paperwork is being walked from wherever the grand jury was convening and deciding over to the judge in the courtroom, presumably a clerk, into that courtroom, at which point the judge can decide to read it aloud, and our viewers may be able to see it as well. What do you expect, Alina?
I think we know what we expect because they leaked it by accident because some clerk accidentally filed it a few hours ago. There's going to be counts. It's going to be RICO. We all know what it is because we have a leaky AG, prosecutor, and DAs in this country. This is ridiculous. The cameras are even watching this right now, frankly. I mean, it's unprofessional, it's unethical, and it's un-American.
It is unprecedented. We don't often get behind the scenes camera footage of the process inside a court. It makes it feel like it's almost part of the show.
This is fucking nonsense.
It is part of the show. This is a show. It's a political show. Fannie, I can do TV too. It is not okay what you are doing. This is unacceptable. The fact that we have cameras and press sitting there, but I have not seen the indictment as his general counsel for Save America. I have no indictment yet in front of me. How is that possible, and how is that okay?
When do you expect to see one? Will you find out when the rest of us do?
You know when I'll see it? When the New York Times or you guys send it to me. That's when I'll see it, because that's the way our country is operating these days. It's just a despicable situation. It really is. I have no words at this point. I have no words. This is the fourth indictment in months. It's political. It's election interference. And it is obvious. And if you're not awake yet, I don't really know what it's going to take for you. I really don't.
Again, if you're tuning in, we're watching images of the paperwork from the grand jury moved from one part of the courthouse into the judge. Just went up an elevator, presumably to that room you're seeing in the right-hand corner of your screen. What's the legal strategy here? How do you deal with this and four? I mean, it's historic. It's unprecedented. They're throwing the kitchen sink at their top political opponent right before an election. How do you manage?
I love how their argument is, we certainly didn't cheat in 2020. There was no election interference. And their method of proving that is to literally do that very thing against the guy that they said they didn't do it to in the first place. Holy shit. You have to understand, this is all about they think you are stupid. And it applies to all of this stuff. This is why this stuff in the entertainment industry was so important. Because they did this thinking you are dumb. You're not going to understand what we're doing. You're not going to see through the lies and the deception. And it goes all the way up the ladder. This is the politicization of everything has been part of the entertainment world. Movies, video games, comics, all of that was meant to be the groundwork. Can we actually get away with this stuff? Yes, we can. We 100% can get away with it. Well, if we can get away with it all of these other places and indoctrinate all of these other fucking people, then hey, we can do it all the way to the top. And you have enough mindless zombies out there that will eat this shit up. Are people going to wake up finally? Maybe? Like, how dumb do you have to be to not see through this? I don't give a shit if you like Trump. I don't give a fuck. Trump's the answer. And every single person on the Republican side will be complicit if they don't. It's so frustrating because it's done. We'll have.
You manage it with the facts, which is the one thing that these grand juries do not have. The grand juries have select one-sided information, and they're always selected in states that are incredibly blue and incredibly anti-Trump. That is all on purpose. He is leading in the polls, and they are very afraid. And that is it. I've said it time and time again, and we're watching it. I cannot say that what I'm watching right now, as as everyone, all your viewers are watching, this is not America. We're not supposed to see an indictment before the indictment happens. The lawyers, the defendant shouldn't see it, while the press and the.
This is insanity.
All right, bringing it back. I gotta wake you up with that echo. You know what I mean? Here, we'll try and do a little bit deeper voice so we wake up the people in the back, right? Now, the thing that kind of really stresses me the fuck out about this whole thing is, like they were saying, the politicization of this whole campaign and everything going on right now. It is very evident that he is innocent. Anybody who is very much has TDS, accept it, please. Yes, we will help you get over it. He is not the worst person that you could have as a president, right? The one that you should be worried about is Joe Biden. Right? He's got over here sniffing your fucking kids, fucking bombing other fucking countries, trying to get us into wars with Russia and China. Get that motherfucker out of here, right? I'm making this one a long one because I want the fucking point to get across that people need to speak up more about what they believe in, right? Things that are happening that matter in this country only happen and will only get through if you make a difference, right? We have to vote. We have to actually make a fucking point to show up during election, right? If they fucking say you didn't vote for this, be like, no, bitch, I voted for Trump. I'm not scared to say I voted for Trump, right? He is my president. He will be the leader. And if you do anything to fucking harm this man, we know for a fact it is because you are terrified of what he will do to you and this government when he is back in power. He will drain the swamp, hopefully, right? Having a little bit more foresight, knowing that he can't have certain people on his cabinet, right? He needs to be a little bit more focused, a little bit more conscientious about who he picks. But if he picks the right people, and if we actually get this right, we could probably fix America for a good few amount of years. Hopefully, where people will have some moral and some fucking huevos to fucking stand up for shit that is actually right, instead of just falling into the greed, right? I understand it's very easy to fall to sin. It's very easy to just get consumed by it, right? It is very joyful. The adrenaline you get from it, the type of euphoria you feel, it is very nice. But I assure you, if we were to just focus on the United States and shortly kind of help out our neighboring countries, we would make this world a much better place. When you think about those kind of utopia civilizations and stuff like that, it is only through cooperation from other nations that they are able to thrive. But if you want to live in a world where everybody is oppressed, everybody is censored, everybody is talked down to, and you're not able to be yourself, then you will have this type of dark descent fall upon the United States, and we will not break out of it, right? You will have a depression far worse than it happened back 100 years ago, right? Around the same time, we had a Great Depression happen. But did anybody give a fuck? Right? Is anybody looking at history right now, seeing, hey, what is kind of mirroring the other right now? No. Everybody's too fucking busy looking at Twitter, TikTok, right? All this other distractions. Meanwhile, your former president is being indicted for damn near the 4th time, having the grand jury not even finish their fucking results yet, and Trump's lawyers not even knowing what the indictments are, right? We're like, what the fuck is this, right? This is a fucked up country. People need to fucking step up and actually say something, right? I'm in San Antonio. We need to speak up here in San Antonio, here in Texas. You know, I don't agree with fucking either side either way sometimes. Both Republican and Democrat. Sometimes you both are fucking stupid, right? But sometimes we gotta pick the one that's actually gonna do something for this country. And at least from what I can tell, Trump actually cares about the working class and the people here in the United States, as opposed to Joe Biden or Kamala or Hillary or anybody else that's even fucking close to them, right? Gavin Newsom from fucking California, I know damn well you don't give a fuck. Patrick Bateman, right? You don't give two shits. So get off your fucking high horse, alright? And let's get this fucking shit straightened out. Alright? The United States could be so much better if everybody realized we are all in this together. You are not my fucking enemy. We can cooperate. You can still have your culture while I have mine. You don't need to disrespect it. We need to just respect each other's fucking boundaries, right? I don't put anything onto you. You don't put anything onto me. We will live much better symbiotically like that. But when you cross the fucking line, people will be pissed. And that's what's happening right now. So, United States, I hope you fucking decide. Because I know where I stand. I'm gonna vote Trump. I hope that some of you make the decision. It is not me to pressure you. But when you really think about it, who is actually there trying to further the middle class, the people that actually matter in this country? The truckers? The teachers? Right? The policemen? The people that actually get this shit done? The people that work at like Walmart, Target, the retail stores, your supermarkets? Those people get it done. You saw real quick in 2020, when COVID fucking started, how quickly the essential workers really were. So, if you don't want a repeat of that to get even worse, I would say vote for the person that will make a difference. But that's just me. Anyways, this is Ace Shinigami signing out, and I hope you have a good night, good evening, happy birthday, whatever you're doing, and I will catch you all next time. See you later. Bye.